penalty kill to start the second period. Face-off won by Seeger Gilhooly, back to Brandon Guyette. And the Blazers will regroup through the neutral zone. They come in onside. Nice push by Seeger Gilhooly. Gets away with a little bit of one there, but nice work by the Rough Riders to slap that puck up and unfortunately just not out. So Blazers power play continues to work here. Nice little block by Brandon, and finally we're able to send that up, and soft enough that Jed Eisenstein's got a chance to get to it. He finally does. Now Seeger goes all on his own, and a whole bunch of bodies coming through the crease there as Seeger lost it just barely in front of the crease. All right, face-off coming now just to the left of the Blazers goalie. 51 seconds left to go in the power play for the Blazers. And a nice job there by Seeger to keep that puck in. Eisenstein now goes to work on it. And the Blazers will have to slap it around. Ryu's on top of the man now. And Seeger does another good job of keeping that in for just a second, though. Dangerous there as the Rough Riders were facing a 1-on-3, but great job by Jed Eisenstein to get back. And now great defense there, using both the stick and the feet from Guyette. Seeger now pushes that up to Jet. Jet can tip it. He does, and we got a 2-on-0. So here we go, 2-on-1 from Seeger Gilhooly. He's going to rip it right into the stomach and glove of the Blazers goalie and let a stoppage of play. Body's getting pushed around there. Puck comes up, and here we go. So Snowski's got a chance. Slapped off his stick, though, but Reith Miller is going to send that thing up and high over to where Lucas Mumm can get it. Reed's going to send a shot towards the net. Glove down and smartly by the Blazers goalie before Sosnowski can jump on it. And here we go, offensive draw one. Newcamp's going to send that thing deep, and Sosnowski's on top of the Blazers player, but they chip that thing up, and now a regroup through the neutral zone. Fortunately, slapped there off to the side. Now Sosnowski's going to have to come up with a man drift all over him. He's going to continue to push. Can he get a shot off? Got four guys on top of him. Had a hard time doing anything with it, so now a neutral zone regroup, and the Blazers come out with it. Now they come in. Blazers need to put some pressure on the goalie here. That comes over the glove of Ben Collins. A little dangerous there. Just floating towards the net, but finally here we go. So Snowski's got a man all over him. And a tripping call there. Here we go. So finally a penalty goes back the other way for the Rough Riders. They will find themselves on the power play with 11:38 left to go in the second period. You're good. So first power play of the game here for the Rough Riders. 11:38 left to go in a tied 2-2 game. 11:38 left to go in the second period of a tied 2-2 game. And the Blazers win that draw. They'll push it up, and Ryu unable to keep that in. So Blazers send that out, and Seeger will have to regroup back to Guyette. Guyette's got a chance to look for a man. Sees him. Seeger's now racing through the neutral zone. Got guys all over him, but he goes to play it up and plays it back to Ender Duran. Duran gets a shot on, but just wide. Now Ryu's got a chance. Can he set this thing up? Does. Sends it over to Seeger. Seeger walks it through the middle. Back over to Guyette. Guyette's got a chance to rip it. Sends a low shot there. It sits there for a second. And so Snowski unable to locate it, so it comes out. The Blazers on top of it. They send a low angle shot that'll come out, and Ryu's going to have to regroup to the neutral zone here. Comes back out. He's got a little bit of speed. Blazers willing to give him the red line, and he gets that over to Duran. Can we get this thing set up again? He aims to get it over to Sosnowski, but a good stick chick there sends it into Rough Riders' possession. But now Duran will get a penalty for a cross check in front of the net, and that will negate the power play. All right, so we go at it again. This time the draw coming from the offensive zone for the Blazers, defensive zone for the Rough Riders. That one back up, and good block to start things off was Jack Eaton. Now that puck comes across. Ben Collins gets a stick on it, so they can't control it. Comes back up to the point. Another good block by Jack Eaton. He's got a man up, 4-on-4 hockey. Sends it up to Reith Miller, but just off his stick. And separated from the puck there is the Blazers. And so Elijah Gold will regroup. He sends that up to Reith Miller. Reith Miller unable to control that one, and so a man sneaking behind for the Blazers. They send it across, and they'll score. So a 3-2 game now. Unfortunately, still, I guess, back to 5-on-5.
Yep.
Quite sure how that. Okay. Yep. All right. So 3-2 game, and Rough Riders are going to have to battle their way out of a hole again. Blazers send that puck around, right on up, and Newcamp holds the zone for a second, but unable to keep it in total as the Blazers not get it. And now Duran's going to work his way around, but a good poke check there from the Blazers causes him to lose control. Another neutral zone battle will send that puck down deep for Rhiannon to have to go after and get it. She goes to battle for it. Won by the Blazers. Off the crossbar. Another shot that continues to haunt the Rough Riders. Will not go in this time as they're saved by the crossbar. A nice play by Henry in. Stops the shot, and Duran's going to come out with speed. He's chipped off it, and Rhiannon's got a chance to send one towards it, and right into the glove of the Blazers goalie. A good thing, otherwise Jack Cope was on the back door to bury that one. Offensive zone draw here, won by the Rough Riders. They control it for a second. The battle on the face-off dot is won by the Blazers. They push it up. Guyette's got his head up. Z's Jet. Jet had it for a second. Now it's one back over to Seeger. Seeger makes a little chip move and is interfered with, but they don't call it, so it comes up. Now Guyette, great play there, pushes it back over, and now Guyette's going to carry that thing in. He sends that deep in there behind. And now Blazers are going to be the first ones to it. They hold it in for us for a second, and now Josh has it, sends it over. Can Guyette get a shot off? He's got two guys draped all over him, pulled down a couple times, and he's going to get around it. Sends that over now to Seeger. Seeger got the low angle shot. He gets that up to Ryu. Ryu's going to send it back over to Seeger. Seeger can't control it off of his skate, and so he gets in the right position, though. The Blazers send it right back up to him. Now he comes out of the zone. Comes out of the corner, I should say. And that puck just out of reach of Heaton. Can't keep that thing in, so he'll send it over to D partner Guyette as we regroup in the neutral zone. Nice little cut back from Guyette. Now Seeger's got it. Moves it up to Jet. Jet gets the red line, and he will send it across to Seeger, who keeps that thing onside, barely. And he sends it across. Puck lays there for a second. Goalie lost it. It's over there in the corner, and the Blazers will have nothing to do with it, so they're going to ice that puck, send that thing all the way down. Lucas Mom takes the draw on the offensive zone here, and he'll get to it first. Now he's got it in the corner, got a Blazer on top of him, but he spins, looks for a move, puts that thing up to the point. Rhiannon's got a chance to send it toward the net. Comes off the goalie's blocker this time, and nice work by Elijah to keep that thing in. Now Ryland's got a chance to get it around. Lucas Mom helps him out a little bit, and now he's got his head up, spins that back over to Ryland. Ryland sends a centering pass up to his sister. Rhiannon sends one across, tipped in front by Lucas, but the goalie up to the task. Keeps that one out. Two men on top of it now for the Rough Riders. So Snowski pushed down from behind. A guilty look from the Blazers is not enough to get a penalty called. And they send it up. Rhiannon's got a chance to win it forward again, but Blazers this time read it. And so they push forward with it. Now we've got a little bit of trouble here, but Rhiannon's going to read it, and so she sends that across, and Braden Smith says no thank you. The blocker that one into the corner. Now a good centering pass from the Blazers goes to nobody, and luckily the Rough Riders were able to avoid that as Ryland's got it on his back end. Now Rhiannon. Riethmiller to Riethmiller gets it out of the zone. Off of Sosnowski's stick, and he's going to have to push it down deep into the Blazers' zone. Blazers with a nifty little reverse there. Comes around, but right onto the stick of Duran. Duran sends a shot. They get a stick on up into the netting and a stoppage of play. Offensive zone draw. One forward by Ender Duran. Jack Hope to put pressure on it. Newcamp goes to pinch a little bit there, and he gets caught as it comes out past him now. Guyette's going to have to do a little work 2-on-1. And the Blazers able to bury that one blocker side on Brandon Smith, and a 4-2 game for the Blazers. And we're back. Push forward here on a little 2-on-1. Can Ryu do anything with it? Nope. Comes off his backhand there. Thank you for bearing with us during the technical difficulties. The last Blazers goal broke the scoreboard, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. 5:42 left to go in the second period. Down 4-2 are the Rough Riders. Icing is the call. Seeger Gilhooly takes the offensive zone draw. Comes right through the stick of Eisenstein. Now he and Guyette are going to battle for it along the half wall. Guyette's going to be the one that comes away from it, and Seeger's got a chance to send it down. He does, and just outside of the net, now Ryu goes to work on it in the corner. He's taking a look at it. Gets that up to Newcamp. Newcamp's got a chance to shoot. He does. Comes off the pad, just out of the reach of Seeger. Nice work by Guyette to keep that thing in. Seeger now with a chance to push it towards the net. Comes through a bunch of sticks, and Brandon Wisely, second thought, the pinch on that one as the Blazers come out with speed, and he is in good position to get that puck up and out, neutralizing any sort of threat that came from the Blazers. Pushes over there, and he's upended. Seeger will have to reverse, buy some time here, and he does. So he works his way through a couple men, sends that up to Josh. Josh gets that thing on side. Gets around another man. Can he get a shot in here? And sends it just over the crossbar. Great look for the Rough Riders, but just unable to hit the net. Now, great work to keep that in for a second. And Lucas Mumm just couldn't get around his man in time to keep it in, so an offside call. Now Jack Heaton to take the draw here. We're just outside the zone. One up to Ryland. And so Snowski's going to get a shot. Sits there for a second, loose. Good job crashing the net. The Rough Riders going to continue to send pucks their way. Another offensive zone draw, this time by Jack Heaton. He gets that into the corner. And Blazers were able to push it up and finally out as Lucas Mumm was tripped up a little bit there. And Elijah's on his own. Does a good job of working his man all the way out to the outside, so they couldn't get anything up. But now, as Heaton sends that around, Winger is unable to get it. It comes off a high stick. And here comes Ryland. Can Ryland see him? He's looking 6 ways to Sunday. I don't understand how they missed that one. So Snowski was off by about 15 feet. I'll just say it. And the referee got caught snoozing on that one. So we play on, and now the Blazers will come out with speed. So
they got it right that time.
Ref saw that one. Neutral zone draw, one forward by Duran, but the Blazers will send that thing deep. The Rough Riders will regroup. And Reed will chip that over to deep partner Xavier Newcamp. Xavier sees his man up, sends it up, and Jack Cope battling through some sticks, comes over to Duran's stick, and they keep it out, but offside. Neutral zone draw, one back by the Blazers. They'll send it across and get it into the zone. Shot comes up and off of the the shin pad. Now Jack Cope's got a man to beat. He gets it in for a second, and nice stick by Henry Ing allows Jack Cope to regroup there and force the Blazers deeper into the zone. The Blazers now trying to go for the long bomb pass. They send it up. Nice work by Newcamp to push it forward. And Duran will have another chance to get it over to Jack Cope. Jack Cope loses control on the bouncing puck, And so they send it up. Now Xavier's got a chance to push it down low. He gets it down behind the net. Nobody there. He'll come all the way around. Duran's going to get after it. He's got a shot towards the net. Sticked aside by the Blazers goalie, and the Blazers will regroup pushing up. Good pressure by Henry. He's going to slow down the breakout. And Guyette does a good job of keeping it in, but a sneaking Blazers player keeps it in. They continue to work it around and score. So the Rough Riders find themselves in a 3-goal hole now with 2:11 left to play in the second period. They're going to need to push to get something going here. Nice stick by Seeger. Ryu will push that puck forward up to Jet. The Blazers again on top of it. Rough Riders just having a hard time getting anything going here. Finally able to get that thing deep, and Seeger will be on it, but Blazers going to be the first ones to it, and they send it hard around for pretty much an easy breakout coming forward. So Rough Riders need to do a little bit better job of controlling this puck as they go into the zone. Guyette there, he'll spin, he'll get a little bit of room and see if he can find a pass up as he works his way up and around, continues to body through it. Goes with one man, one hand there, and now he'll put it through and just off of the glove. A good, solid solo effort from Guyette, but nothing going yet as the puck comes out. Now Lucas Mum's got a chance to get that thing deep. So he sends it in. The puck comes around behind the Blazers net. They push it up. Change coming for the Rough Riders. And the Blazers once again able to get that out with ease. So they'll come out with speed into the offensive zone. Nice job by Newcamp and a combination of Gilhooly to push that puck into the corner. And now Elijah Gold will be the first one to it for the Rough Riders. He pushes his man off the body and chips it up to Ryu. Ryu had a man on him, so he's going to go heads up 3-on-2. Can he get a shot? Sends one into the stomach of the Blazers goalie, who will sit on it with 38.7 left to go in the second period. Heaton takes the offensive draw. One to the side, and the Blazers control it. They continue to push up and push out. Heaton does a good job of maintaining pressure on it, though. And now the Rough Riders will have a chance to control for a second. They push it up. Newcamp does a good job of keeping it in. Now Heaton does a good job of battling it down low. Ryland gets around one man and sends a backhand into the glove of the Blazers goalie. 17.5 left to go in the second period. Offensive draw won by the Blazers. They send that up. Newcamp able to keep it for a second, but gets it around. And now Gold's going to have to come back and regroup. He's going to send it all the way into his zone. Makes one move there. Nice little chip around another guy. And here we go. Out of the zone for a second, but that's the horn, and we're done with 2. So here we go to start the third period. The Rough Riders need to get something going here quick as they find themselves in a 3-goal hole, down 5-2 with 1 period to play. Rhiannon's going to send that puck deep, and the Blazers will be forced to regroup. The Rough Riders need to get some pressure on here. The Rough Riders have been doing a good job of getting shots towards the net as they are leading 19-11 in the shots, but just unable to bury it. And Brandon Guyette's going to have to get back there and regroup through the neutral zone. Rhiannon helps him out, and now chipped up and not out. So Ree's going to have to now battle through it. She sends that thing down, tipped, so no icing. And now Rough Riders have to try to find a way to pinch this in again. Seeger does that. Holds it in on the half wall. Can it stay in? Heaton holds it there for a second. Now he's got a chance to go. He gets that puck down deep. Rough Riders will have to come back down and find that thing again. Seeger's got it, but there's nobody up there, and so the Blazers are able to get it out, and they go in 1-on-2. Guyette does a good job of working him into the corner, but Blazers doing a good job of handling that puck. Now they come out, and finally, great job by Ryland's going to send that up to Seeger as he's going to have to go 1-on-3 until his men come and collect him. He's tackled 3 different directions, and so we'll have a power play for the Rough Riders.
Power play.
13:37 left to go in the third period here. Power play for the Rough Riders. Neutral or offensive draw here as the Rough Riders go to work. Shot sent towards the net by Seeger, but body's laying down in front. It gets blocked and sent off to the side. Josh held it in there for a minute, and now the Blazers will come out with speed and so 4-on-4 for a minute 8 as Brendan Guyette will work that over to Ender Duran. He chips that up, but nobody there. And so the Blazers able to keep it up, and they work a weirdly bouncing puck off of the boards. They're going to send it over, and now Ben sees that just well enough to get a blocker on top of it, and Josh Ryu is going to have to go to work. He gets over to Guyette. Guyette, I don't know if he was expecting that or not, but regardless, had to slow it down just enough that the Blazers were able to keep it up and send it back down to the zone. Okay, loses control of that one. Now Ryu is going to come through with speed, though, as he comes in 2-on-2. Can he get anything towards the net? Sends one off the side of the net. It sits there for a second. He's going to continue to try to bang it home. Blazers able to send that over in the corner and then get that out. Now Guyette working it through the neutral zone. He's got a chance to get some speed. Comes in, gains the line, stops. Does a good job of setting that up. Ryu, well done, understanding that he had a man all over him, so didn't do anything fancy. And a great keep by Guyette's going to keep that one in the zone. He's going to work that down low. And some action in front of the net. Coach is calling for penalties, but no whistles here as Duran now works it out of the corner. He sends it over to the middle of the net, but unable to get anything going. And now all of a sudden the Blazers come out with speed, and they've got a 2-on-1 going with Elijah Gold as the only one back into the gut of Ben Collins as the net comes off. We got a stoppage of play. So a defensive zone draw as both penalties have expired. And the Rough Riders still with some work to do as Henry chips that up, but right into a spot where two Blazers were sitting, so Seeger had no chance but just to send that thing up. And now he's got it as he comes into the zone. Able to get around one man. Got a chance for a shot. Sends it right into a place where the Blazers goalie is going to stop every single one of them and to play. Offensive zone draw. Now one forward by Seeger. Sends that just over the goalie's shoulder, and unfortunately the crossbar. Nothing going there as the puck goes around, and Jack Cope's going to get to it first. Battle along the half wall. Now Elijah Gold comes out. Defenseman working his way down low. Sends it up to the middle, but tipped out by Blazers sticks and comes all the way out. Seeger's going to have to regroup. Sends it to the neutral zone, but had his guys on the opposite side, so nobody there. And now that puck comes up, and no icing is called as Elijah, nice little shifty move to buy himself some time there, and he works it up. Can he continue to push it? Blazers on him. He gets the zone, comes down. Can he work something to the middle of the net? Into the Blazers goalie's glove. Going to stop it to play. Offensive zone draw, won by the Blazers. Ryland there for a second, so Snowski drops down, but the Blazers able to get it around him. Right back out onto the stick of Ryu. Ryu battles through it for a second, and now Ryland's going to get to it first. He's got a chance to get something going here. Can he work it out to the front of the net? Sees his sister up top, sends it up to her. She is going to, unfortunately, just lose control of the rolling puck that comes out of the zone. So So intentional offside takes the puck all the way down into the defensive zone, and the Rough Riders will need to get it broken out from there. Ryu does so, and it comes all the way up to Ryland, who gets around his man, and he's going to send that puck deep for Sosnowski to try to collect. Comes around. Nice read by Xavier to know that he had the chance to move it, but the Blazers were real quick to keep that out. Great stick by Rhiannon. Sends that over and into the half wall where the Rough Riders and Blazers will battle for it, but Blazers going to get to it first. They send that thing deep. Now Xavier's going to have to keep his head up as he's got a man coming behind him. Sends it over to Ryland. Ryland over to Ryu, and Ryu is pushing up. He's got a man very far side, but Sosnowski going the wrong direction for that, and we'll get a change. Puck comes across. Now Heaton's got a chance to come in. He works his way into a lot of trouble, but then over to Ryland, and Ryland buries it. Out of the way, boys. There we go, 5-3. Rough Riders inching closer. Rough Riders win the draw. 9 minutes to go here. 9 minutes to dig their way back up. Clawing one goal at a time. Down 2 so far. Nice little kick by Gayet. Back up to Duran. Duran's got Gilhooly with him. He sends the puck towards the net just wide though. Seeger, these boys showing a little bit more jump now as they get to the puck in the corner. And now Jet works behind. Nice little battle there. And Seeger gets to it. He's going to get a chance to send that thing over around. He's got two guys tied up all over him. Can he find the open man? Instead, elects to send a low-angle shot that chips over to the half wall, where he'll have to come back and recollect it. Now over to Ender. Ender makes a nice move to get around one man. Comes back over onto Seeger's stick and back to Duran's stick. Now chipped out in front and just out of the reach of Guyette. Rough Riders will have to regroup here as that puck's not going to get deep enough for an icing. So he gets it back up to Seeger, and Seeger unfortunately unable to collect that thing in. The Blazers able now to buy some time. The Rough Riders need to put a little bit more pressure on him here. That puck comes out off the stick of Elijah and just off sides. Now here comes Ryu. Rough Riders looking to gain the zone here. Ryu sends it in across. And, shot ripped from Jack Hope right off the blocker of the Blazers player. And Elijah does a good job of slowing his man up as the Blazers come out with it long enough that Ryu is going to be able to regroup and get around his man. Goes for a toe drag here. Some players shouting as the Blazers have done a great job of playing the body and getting away with it. Now that puck comes up. Henry Ing sends it back up to Ryu. Ryu sends a shot that the Blazers got a piece of, and it comes off. Ryu's hurting as Gilhooly comes in and takes his place. But the Rough Riders still doing a good job of maintaining zone control down there, and they are forcing the Blazers to really work hard to get it out of their zone. Three bodies now as everybody's poking at that puck in the corner. Jack Hope finally sends that up to Elijah, who's got some space. He works in the middle, and a great seeing on puck will find the back of the net for Elijah. Goal! Here we go, 5-4 ball game as we have 6:34 left to go. Rough Riders riding a little bit of momentum here. Can they continue to carry it all the way up? Now Ryland's got a man way deep behind, but Blazers read that one all over, and they send that puck back down. And sits there for a second, and now up to Seeger off his stick, though. Comes out of the zone. The Blazers will have control, and they'll send that thing deep. Rough Riders will have to regroup. Blazers giving a little bit more pressure this time. So Rue's going to have to get a soft backhand up to Brother Ryland. Comes off of the skate, back of the skate of Seeger. He's able to maintain control, though. Get that thing in deep. He works it towards the middle. Tries to make a move, and Newcamp's going to rip one and gets another chance to get that deep, this time onto the stick of Seeger Gilhooly. He works his way around, pushes it towards the net, pinned against the pipe from the Blazers goalie. Love the momentum we got going here now. This cinder block's getting a little bit more electric as the crowds come alive. Now we got a one-goal game. Blazers working up to the top. Ooh, Newcamp sends it off a shin pad, and a 2-on-1 for the Blazers. Can Reese stop it? And they are able to bury it far down. And a 2-goal game again for the Blazers. neutral zone draw. One back to Heaton. Heaton works up to Guyette. Guyette's got him in, sends it then in Blazers control. Send it across, but a nice stick by Duran. He's going to work now in the corner. Continues to battle for it. Sends it just wide. Guyette's going to have to work now. He's on the half wall. 1-on-2, now 2-on-2. Ryu's going to come out of it. Goes to make a move. Little slap from the Blazers player. Ryu's going to continue to work it up. Now Duran's got it. He pushes that puck forward and just under the stick check from Jet. Keeps that puck in, and now Heaton's got to do a little bit of work because he's got guys all over him, and he finally pushes that thing up. And the Blazers send that thing down. They got 5 men in for the Rough Riders. The Blazers change, so Ryu's got a chance to get some speed. He comes in through the neutral zone, makes men and move around another man. Gets a shot in, and a goal! Somehow that thing snuck through, and we're back to our 1-goal game. It looked like the Blazers goalie had it trapped in his blocker in his glove, but it just snuck through, and I don't know who tucked it in on the back end, but we're back to a 1-goal game.
Oh, wow.
.433 left to play, and now a 1-goal game as the Rough Riders regroup again. This time, Guyette sends it up again for the Blazers to send that down. This one's strong enough to be an icing, and so it'll send down all the way into the offensive zone for the Rough Riders. 4:20 left to go. Offensive draw, sits there for a second, push forward towards the net, just off the side. Go for the rebound, and Jack Cope buries it. We got a tie game. 4:13 left to go. Great effort from Jack Cope to find the rebound behind the net, cycle around, and bury that thing, and here we go. Rough Riders, you got 4:13, and it's a whole new game. Oh, 4:13 left to go in the game. Tie game, 6-6. Rough Riders and Philadelphia Blazers. Puck's going to come down, and it'll be an icing here as Lucas Munn's the first one to touch it. It'll come all the way down to the offensive zone for the Rough Riders. Offensive zone draw, one back up to Lucas Munn. He sends that puck down in the corner, kicked out the side, pushed over, and a bouncing puck that was just over the pad, but just out of the net.
Oh.
And Lucas Munn has it again up on top. Now, Henry Durant sends it back up, but almost kept in by Lucas Mum. But now here come the Blazers. And a wide puck just comes off the left pad of Braden Smith. And out of the zone we come with Seeger with some speed. But the Blazers able to read it. And so they send that puck back up. Goodness. And Jack Cope does a good job of working it down low. Feeling the momentum are the Rough Riders here now. Puck comes up, and Elijah's going to be on top of it. He's going to take a second, look to find his man. Sees a man all the way across, comes off the Cope skate. Henry Ing sends that thing deep where Seeger Gilhooly will be the first Rough Rider close to it. He's able to put enough pressure on it that Elijah can keep it in, but the second man from the Blazers keeps that in. And so now they chip it up. So Snowski on top of it, though. And now Reithmiller works that thing down low. Rough Riders showing no quit. An easy trip to be called, but apparently not. As now, so Snowski on top of it, and the Blazers send it back behind there now. Ryu goes to regroup for it. And Blazers able to send it up, but out of reach of their man. Rihanna's going to have a chance to regroup for it, and she sends that over to Xavier. Oh, no. Xavier sends a dangerous pass through the middle, but no harm, no foul, as Ryu gets it and sends that thing deep back in behind the Blazers' net. So Snowski's going to be the first one to it. He puts some pressure on it. Not going to make it easier, the Rough Riders. And the puck sits up there for a second. Great work by Ryu. Sends it over Ryland on top of it. Just misses the net. 2:16 left to play in a tie game here. Rough Riders battling for it along the half wall. Another fantastic job to keep that puck in. Just over the blocker side, or the glove side of the Blazers. They continue to try to chip it out. And it's not enough for an icing, so the Rough Riders will have to regroup. Ryu sees an opportunity to send it down to Sosnowski, gets it in. The Blazers on top of it, and they push it forward. Nice stick once by Newcamp, twice by Newcamp, but a very bold one. Left to go as the Riders, who had all the momentum going their way, had a bad bounce and ended up right back onto a Blazers stick. And they got some work to do. It sits there for a second. Is it there? Oh, just wide. It comes off Elijah's stick, and Elijah does almost keep it in. 1:24 left to go, and it comes up and back into a possession for the Blazers. Chip now up to Eisenstein. It comes off his stick, and they'll work it all the way down. Need up for a second by Guyette. He's going to have to get around a man. Does so. Gets into the offensive zone. Bodied off the puck. No call. We're too late for whistles, apparently. So here we go. Net is empty for the Rough Riders. Can they keep that thing in? Ryu does a good job of keeping it in. Blazers now win it forward, and Elijah's going to have to work it back with 50 seconds left to play. He gets around one man, but stick to side, and they send it forward. No goal. Comes off the post, and Duran sends it forward to Gilhooly. We got 37 seconds left to try to find the equalizer. Goes through a couple men. This one comes out, and they're going to have to regroup. Here comes Elijah. Elijah gets that puck in, but right back out, and Brandon's got to recognize he's got very little time here. Gets it over to Seeger. Seeger's got a chance for a shot. Sends it in, and blocker to side by the Blazers goalie. It stays down there. Nobody home for the Rough Riders. The floating puck is going to get that where they pretty much can't do anything with it. Now, almost no chance. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, and that'll do it for the game. It's a heartbreaker for the Rough Riders after a great comeback.